Hello, listeners. This is Lee Price,
This is Will Ford from Football 365.
and you're listening smartly to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast, although I would describe it as the Chelsea FC podcast.
Magical from Eden Hazard. Kai Havertz in the Champions League final. Ivanovic! In the middle, it's just behind him. But it's tapped in by Hakim Ziyech. Matic with the ball driver. Matic takes the net off. Hat-trick hero. Cole Palmer wins an epic, sensational game.
It's time for another episode of At the Bridge Pod, your number one Chelsea FC podcast. Coming up on this episode, the Keep Sell Loan series is back, and this time it's goalkeepers and defenders. Oh, welcome back everyone to another episode of At the Bridge Pod. I am your host Mike, and I'm joined in a virtual room filled with a single lion, but it's the one requested by listeners for one thing only. I've got Chris, the Friday show on a Thursday. Chris, what are you looking forward to this weekend?
First pre-season friendly for the girls on Saturday.
Ooh.
So be good to get back on the pitch again. I to be honest with you, I hate having the time off. I'd just carry on if I could, but
FIFA love
kids
you.
and-
FIFA love
kids
you
and-
for that.
yeah, kids and parents want the time off, so we have it, but I hate it, and I just like getting the first game back out the way,
I can
see where
understand
we're
that.
at,
I can
and
understand.
then crack on.
FIFA right now going, you know when Infantino leaves? There's someone we know in the UK. Just saying.
Yeah,
Oh.
don't stop, just play.
For me, I don't really know what I'm looking forward to. I will be doing baking. I always do. I mean, I'm doing some orange drizzle cupcakes. So photos will appear on my baking page in due time, people. Other than that, I might purchase Nintendo Online, play Mario Kart World against the others of the world. I don't know. There's not a lot for me.
Nice.
Not a lot for me. I've got games of the weekend though. Always do. Of course, all times GMT, 2 p.m. Saturday afternoon, Manchester United versus Leeds. It is a pre-season friendly, but let's be honest, it's never a pre-season friendly with Leeds and Manchester United. I'm expecting something. It won't probably be what I want, but I'm expecting something. I'm expecting a bit of spiciness. I'd like to hope so. For an
Leeds to win 3-0.
Yeah, that would be so good. Oh, 6 hours later though, 8 p.m. France, Germany, Women's Euro quarter final. That's two heavyweights for me. They're big game. France's flair,
Yeah.
Germany's grit. Win or go home. That is kind of what quarterfinals. You're in the knockout round. You win or you go home.
Yeah.
Sunday, 3:30 a.m. I have got LAFC versus LA Galaxy. El Trafico itself. Set your alarms, don't sleep. Whichever you want to do. The City of Angels delivers one of MLS's best rivalries. Please give it, even if you don't get to see it, absolutely fine. Check the highlights. It's always a good game. It's always a good game. And if it plays out like the Seattle Sounders game last night, fuck me, 3-0 up we were. We drew 3-3.
Oh,
Gets better. There was two penalties in a minute for the opposition. I was sus on that. If
How?
I'm honest. Yeah, I was sus on that. Anyway, 5:30. Union Saint Gilloise, I've got that wrong. Versus Club Brugge, the Belgian Super Cup final. There's some silverware on the line. It's their equivalent of the Charity Shield. Well, it's not the Charity Shield, is it? It's Community Shield now because none of the money went to charity, so they had to change the name. The FA did. But there you go. There's some games for you, and
wow.
of course, Shevva Shoutouts. Everyone loves the Shevva Shoutouts. Maybe you don't. No, you do. You do. I've got Bentley Boy. So excited for the upcoming season, but holy smokes, the Blues can finally catch a break from all the games. Yeah, Chris thinks they should play every week. How you feel? Says, love the pod. No Chelsea for 3 weeks. He's brutal, though. I always listen to you guys when I walk to class or when I'm at work. Been a Chelsea fan since the 15-16 season when my dad bought me an Eden Hazard jersey, and I haven't missed watching a game in 3 years, skipping class and watching on my phone at work, etc. I play for the club soccer team at the University of Vermont, and I can't wait to go back next semester and put the Chelsea badge in my Arsenal fan friends' faces. Love that.
I love that.
You won't love this. Cam, and you did reply. Something really positive happened, and Chris realised he could be super negative about the team, so he didn't show. Nice pod. Was good today. We will touch on this. We will touch on this. Don't worry, Chris. I've got something lined up. Don't worry.
Okay.
KP. Well, straight away, this is going to be lovely about you. It's KP. I had three things for sure this weekend. Chelsea winning, Maresca masterclass, Chris going missing in action. I love them so much. Look, they're listening right now. Say something positive about Chris, please. Come on. Because come on, you never have. Just say it. Azza, how good is this? Fucking winners. Corey, Enrique as a Power Ranger is a great shout. Can't wait to get the new kit with the badges all on it, away or home. Also, might wait until I see the new shirt sponsor. Any thoughts? I love the home kit, but that sponsor is crucial. A sponsor can make or break a kit. Look at Watford.
That's why I would buy the shirt now, sponsorless.
You're right. That's a smart play. Guaranteed. You're going to get a good shirt then. Guaranteed. L House 75. What I say, lads, midfield underrated and could nick it off them. We fucking battered them. Up the Chelsea, love the pod. World fucking champions. You'll never sing that. I'm buzzing, I think, as hard as I've buzzed as a Chelsea supporter since 03. The way the world had crowned PSG as the heir to prime Messi and Neymar, a la 14-15 Barca, and the way we dismantled them. You lot are the best footy pod in the world. Keep doing Kante's work. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Makis, best thing to wake up to Tuesday morning going to work. James, did anyone see that Donald Trump kept the actual version of the Club World Cup trophy, leaving Chelsea a replica? I think they do that anyway. I don't think you ever keep the real trophy in any competition.
No, you don't.
Unless I know that the Champions League has a rule where if you get 5, you keep that version.
Yeah.
And then they make a new one.
Yeah. But that is true. You only ever get a replica. You lift the real one and then you keep a replica.
Yeah. So yeah.
But it is fucking stupid that it's in Donald Trump's office.
Yeah. What did you earn this for? Well, I made this tournament. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jay, I love the people that have come for Chris about his takes on Maresca. Maresca coached an incredible game in the Club World Cup final and deserves all the praise. That being said, all those fans that are now Team Maresca are the same fans who are wanting him gone, who were probably screaming for the club to fire him before the end of the last Premier League season. It's ridiculous. Maresca had a great final. However, coming after Chris now is insane. Bunch of hypocritical fans out there. Well, I can't. Well,
I appreciate the support.
Henry, after our dominant performance against a team like PSG, what should our expectations be for Europe and the league heading into next season? We will touch on that in news because that is literally part of the news. Guy, great pod per usual. You guys really are the best Chelsea pod. Question for Mike. Oh, hi. Why do you support all the Seattle teams? Just curious on the backstory. I myself am a Portlander, so the rivalry runs deep, but we don't have as many sports teams in general, only the MLS and NBA. Okay, that's a pretty fair one. I watched the NFL from the Super Bowl where it was the Steelers and the Cardinals. And just by pure chance, absolutely got hooked on that Super Bowl. And then I just casually were watching loads and loads of games. And somehow the Seahawks and the Bears were in a game and it went to overtime. And I pretty much said to myself, whoever wins this game, I'll support. Seahawks won. I became a Seahawks fan. And I do love their uniforms. I love them so much. Did I get the good end of that stick? Yes, I did, because Seahawks have a Super Bowl. The Bears don't. I'm very happy with my choice. Not so happy that I have to watch games at ridiculous hour because of the fact that we're literally on the the most western point of the West Coast. But yes, there you go. And why do I support the other Seattle teams? Because Seattle in general. I just, I back the Seahawks, so I'll back all the Seattle teams. It's pretty simple like that. Fraser, hey guys, love the pod, and what a time to be a Chelsea fan. One thing that I read was that although we won, we don't get an automatic place in the next Club World Cup. If true, how do you feel about that? Honestly, it's just like the regular World Cup, isn't it? And the regular Euros, you don't auto-qualify. It's just kind of what it is. And if they're billing it as that sort of style.
Yeah. I do think it's a bit stupid, but the fact that it's like 5 years apart, I don't think it's a massive deal. I think if it was something that was being held every year, I would say that the winner should qualify to defend it. But
that's fair.
Let's face it, football changes so much in 5 years. With our transfer turnover, none of these players will be here.
That's possible.
So, it's not like they're defending it anyway. So, I'm not overly against it, to be honest.
Ice Cold Daniel. Guys, legit question here. Should players like Cuckoo and Caicedo, maybe even Enzo, be amongst the high rankers on the Ballon d'Or list? Or am I getting ahead of myself? I do think, though, if Palmer had consistently performed all season the way we know he can, he should be winning it. Cucurella is a defender, and the last
Yeah,
player who was a defender
Cucurella
is Cannavaro '06, and that's because he won the
Cucurella
World Cup.
won't be high up on the list because he's
No.
a left back.
Correct.
That's a whole different conversation as to whether we think that's right or not. But
Yeah.
Caicedo should definitely be up there.
Yes.
I'm sorry, if they've gave one to Rodri, they've set a precedent.
I think that's
now.
fair. That is a very good shout.
Caicedo should. Enzo, not so much. Like Enzo's been really good, but not like top 10 player in the world.
No.
Good.
No.
Caicedo, though, 100% should be in the conversation.
Yeah. Callum, love the pod, guys, and 6 winners was too little. They then go to list off the entire team. Fair play there, by the way. All winners in my eyes. Not shocked at Christmas in action for this pod. Wonder if he would have been angry at the players for celebrating not a real competition win for the club, as it's not up to the standards, apparently. We are Chelsea, no matter what we're in. We win things, enjoy the wins. You did reply to that. You will get your chance. You will. Brad, as an American fan, something that I've heard a lot about is the Americanization of this Club World Cup, and especially the final with all the fanfare and the halftime show. From my perspective, I fell in love with football in the past few years because it wasn't Americanized. I always hated the fanfare, the ads every 5 minutes, the commercialization and such. And I know so many that feel the same. If I am FIFA, I would highlight the difference from the NFL instead of just trying to be the same. He makes a good point.
100%,
He does make a good point.
100% agree.
Look, I love the NFL. I love the NFL in its own bubble. And I love football in its own bubble. I love halftime shows. I'm a big fan of that. The thing I didn't like was Let's Get Ready to Rumble. I thought that was completely unneeded.
Oh, yeah, that really
wasn't
pissed me
needed.
off.
Wasn't needed. Cured88, lads, long time listener, love the show. In a strange alternative reality, I can see us keeping Nkunku and moving Jackson on. Would get a better investment, get better return on investment, which the club would love. And I think Nkunku's all-round play and versatility will fit system better, especially now we have João Pedro, Delap, and you as our 9 options. What do you think, Chris from E17? I don't know who's going to leave this summer. I really don't out of those two.
I think he's right there.
Oh, I'm not going to disagree, but Nkunku's...
We're more likely though to get a profit on Jackson.
That's true.
You're not going to make money on Nkunku. You know,
what did you pay for Man United? Man United is stupid.
Well, yeah. I mean, but to be fair, Man United at the moment, like they've started a GoFundMe page to try and get Brummer. So
I know, 65 million. Wow.
What did we pay for Nkunku? It was around about 60 million, wasn't it?
Something like that. I think.
Yeah. So I mean, you're not going to get that back. Nowhere even close.
No.
We paid like 30, 35 for Jackson. You're going to get 50 minimum. So I can see it. I don't think Jackson looks overly happy either. I wouldn't be shocked if he was to leave. I'm not saying I want it to happen, but I wouldn't be shocked if it did.
Aquaria, Noni to Arsenal right before the final is actually genius. If Chelsea sends the medal to Arsenal's training ground with all the fanfare and cheers from our trophy, would be scenes if they delivered it in a van with TV screens on the side showing armpits and medal walks.
That would be funny.
Jamali, has anyone seen Dembele and hope the 3 weeks of don't ruin the form we're in? Oh yeah, the 3 weeks off. I don't think it will. I think it's just a nice amount of time. And players nowadays don't just let themselves go over, a break. Carter, and it's a pity that Chris missed that last pod. I know it appears like we're throwing shade at him, but genuinely people love him and want to hear on what he has to say now that we won the Club World Cup. I hope the next episode dedicates a decent amount of time dedicated to Chris answering questions, feedback received last time. And this not a real trophy. Bet you won't think that for too long, Chris. You just hold up. You'll get there. Finally. Oh, you have sent... I love you, who's the last comment, but I can't pronounce your name properly. I'm going to butcher it and I apologise. Oisin Donnelly, let me know how I did. If I butchered it, I'm so sorry. Correct me and I will say it properly next time. Where do you see Cole Palmer or Caicedo in terms of Ballon d'Or conversation? I would think FIFA's insistence on the importance of the Club World Cup must play into their favour. That second part, we didn't get to touch on in the previous comment. I agree with that. If it's this big competition... that ups their rank. It has to.
It does. And again, like I said, I think Caicedo should be in the conversation regardless. I think in terms of Cole Palmer, I think Cole Palmer had a brilliant final, but an average tournament.
Yes, okay, that's a fair shout. That's a fair
So I
shout.
don't, it's a bit like the Messi won Player of the Tournament at the World Cup, and everyone looked at it like, "What's happened here? How's he done that?" When they gave Palmer the Player of the Tournament, I thought, "Well, what are we doing then?" Because he clearly wasn't the best player at the tournament, was he? He was the best player in the final,
Agreed.
but
Agreed.
it's like an 8-game tournament. So
Yeah.
are we just saying the other games don't count, or
Correct.
you
It's
know, I don't,
literally
and when you take into account Palmer's 2025,
yeah.
I don't think he should be anywhere near the Ballon d'Or. Let's just
You're
put that out
right.
there. He needs to have a consistently good season
Mm,
next year. And
yeah.
if he does, 100% should have been in the conversation, should be in the conversation, as he should have been the year before.
That trophy, the best player of the tournament, is literally like the Great British Bake Off final. They don't care what you did in the previous 9 or so weeks. It's literally
Yeah,
how did you
yeah.
do in the showstopper in the final. That's how it's
That's
judged.
that's so true.
And I'm a Bake Off fan. You know I love my I get really pissed off when they do that because it's like this is the Great British Bake. You base it on the person, the baker who's the best of all the weeks.
Yes,
And then you
well, should
obviously
do.
you take it into the showstopper. But you can't just go, well, you know what? You had the best showstopper. So it doesn't matter that you burnt everything else. You've won. No, not for me.
Yeah.
Of course, thank you for your reviews, thoughts, and everything else. If you want yours read out, just head over to Spotify, drop a comment, and we'll shout out in the next episode. Before we hit the news, Chris wasn't on the Monday show because he genuinely had things to do. He did tell me in advance of that final, despite what some social media people suggested. People have lives on this show, just saying. So it's time for winners and losers. Chris edition, as Chelsea took on PSG in the Club World Cup final. I've not done the commentary media report bit. Chelsea 3, PSG 0. Chris, how many did you have?
I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 winners and 2
Wow.
losers.
Go on, just go for them, just for fun. Let's hear them.
I had Cole Palmer.
That's a good shout.
Best performance since 2024. So much better on the right wing with a fullback overlapping.
Mm.
When he plays there, he's world class.
Mm.
And could we be calling him our new Drogba? Turns up in finals. I had João Pedro. Brilliant goal and all-round centre forward display. Bit of a shithouse too, which will make him a fan favourite. It was funny at the end watching him shithouse the PSG players. That was funny. I had Caicedo, best midfielder in the world. He's as good as Rodri. I don't care what anyone says. I had Enzo Maresca, flawless, tactics bang on, and I have huge respect for him abandoning his principles, playing quick counter-attack to win the game.
Can you say that again for the ones at the back not listening? He just had Maresca and he said perfect. So everyone, sit down. Narrative dead. Shush. Go on, Chris.
It was the perfect game.
Yeah.
He literally found a weakness in PSG and exploited it.
Yep.
Didn't worry about a style of play or a philosophy. It was, how do we win the game? This is how we win the game. So let's go and do that. You can't argue with it. It was absolutely flawless.
Correct. Go on.
I had Robert Sanchez. Best game of his career.
Yeah.
As important as anyone in the game. The saves he made at crucial times. There was one where he kicked the ball. I was writing this out as the game was going on. And as I was writing out Sanchez, he kicked the ball straight to their attacker. And I thought, oh, for fuck's sake. But luckily, it didn't come to anything. So I thought, I'll let him off that one. Because I thought he was brilliant, to be fair to him. I had Malo Gusto. Would be a world-class right-back if he was allowed to be one. Flawless today as an overlapping fullback, just like we saw under Poch. You know, Malo Gusto playing as a proper right-back, just up and down the right-hand side. He's unbelievable. He can't invert. So I think when he's been asked to invert and he's shit there, I don't really see that as his fault. And then I had Cucurella, and quite simply, best in the world. best left back in the world, without question. No debate, no arguments. I don't want to hear from Liverpool fans about Kirkes or about Nuno Mendes, who had an absolute shocker in this game, by the way. Kukurea is the best left back in the world.
Correct.
And then losers, I just had the production. The whole production, from the awful opening show to the stupid walkouts, kicking off late, halftime show and halftime interviews, to having an ad break instead of showing the celebrations. That really annoyed me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The whole DAZN production of this tournament has been awful from start to finish. And then I had PSG. Not only were they awful, but also really bad losers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't say fairer than that. They were not the most respectful or diplomatic way to end a game, I didn't think.
I thought they was awful. Acted like petulant kids when they lost.
You just have to accept, you lost. Yeah, it sucks, but that happens in football. You don't win everything. We know that.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
hey, there you go. There we go, everyone. So with that, I get to say, let's hit some news. Right, time of the week, checking out news. You may have missed the end of Chelsea news. George Petrovic has joined AFC Bournemouth on a permanent deal. Chelsea have held new talks with Eberici as his agent. Strasbourg plan to sign Kendry Pais from Chelsea after a deal has been done for Mike Penders. Chelsea have held talks with Jarell Hato from Ajax. They want 60 million. Chelsea are hoping a deal closer to 40 million. Christopher Nkunku, Nicholas Jackson, Trevor Chalobah are among those who could be allowed to leave Chelsea for the right offer, but equally, those kinds of players could end up staying. Chelsea's victory over PSG in the Club World Cup is expected to help the club secure a new front shirt sponsor that could be worth 100 million more than the offers they resisted last year. The expectation within Chelsea for next season will start with finishing in the top four again and consolidating Champions League qualification. Enzo Maresca will not be under immediate pressure to deliver the Premier League title. And finally, IFAB will look at a radical change to penalties where the ball is declared dead if the goalkeeper saves the kick, and therefore a goal cannot be scored from a follow-up. And I saw this only literally a couple of hours ago. I just wondered, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Why does IFAB and whoever is in charge these days keep messing with the game? Why? There's nothing wrong with being able to score from the rebound of a penalty. Nothing at all. Stop it.
I disagree.
Oh, Chris, no, we don't need to mess with it. No one's campaigning in the streets for this change. No one.
No,
this is the first time I've
so-
heard anyone say change something about penalties. No.
So here's the reason why I think it's unfair. You're given a penalty normally because of a denial of a goal scoring opportunity by committing a foul inside the penalty area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you've been denied the opportunity at one goal scoring opportunity. So if you miss that penalty, and it rebounds out and you put the rebound, you've had two there. It's like a double punishment. Now, granted, that could have happened in the game as well. That the keeper might have pushed it out and someone else might have scored. I don't think you should get rid of the rebound rule completely. I would have adjusted it to the penalty taker cannot score the rebound because they are 6 yards closer to the goal than anyone else when the keeper makes the save. Because the defenders and their teammates aren't allowed in the box until the ball's been kicked. So they've got an unfair advantage on the rebound. I think if you said the penalty taker can't score the rebound, but if the keeper pops it out and an attacker gets there ahead of a defender they was in the same position as when the ball was kicked, then I think that's fair enough. But I've never really liked the being able to score a rebound off a penalty.
I just don't see I genuinely just don't. For me, when I look at penalties, what do I find as an issue? Stuttering slow run-ups. That's what I think should be. I mean, that's ludicrous in itself because we've seen them. Some of our players did it at times. It's irritating, and allow the goalkeepers to move along the line again. Because the fact that they're not allowed, it's just that it's all the advantages on the attacking player then. And I'm not saying it should be 50-50. I mean, it should be, but penalties are, at the end of the day, it's a free shot on goal from a set yards. But allow goalkeepers to move again. Just
Yeah.
not whack the crossbar. I get the I get that. Not allow that, but they should be allowed to move across the line because it's stupid otherwise. So
Yeah, agreed. Couple of
yeah,
things from the news though that I didn't know about. As you know, I came off Twitter ages ago, so I don't really see a lot of like transfer rumors and stuff anymore.
oh, you don't see Fabrizio Romano tweeting about some players he tweets about I've never heard of. It's like, are you
Yeah,
being paid? Yes.
it's stupid, isn't it? Kendry Páez to Strasbourg. That's a
Oh.
loan, I assume.
Yeah, yeah. Can you imagine? We're not doing it again.
Fuck me. Yeah, I know. I thought for
Gold.
a minute there, what we're doing. Uh, and what the fuck do we need SA for?
Because they listened to At the Bridge pod when I picked a player out, and I went, yeah, him.
I like SA, but where the fuck does he play in our team?
I don't need to know about that. I just want to collect. We just collect players now, like stickers. Like, yes, got another one. Do we need to play him?
That'd be a bizarre one.
Well, especially for the fee, he's not going to cost 20
Yeah.
million.
No, exactly. Yeah, it's not like he's last year of his contract and you're picking him up dirt cheap. He's going to cost you 60 to 80
That's true.
million. So,
Oh,
fuck me.
one thing that is refreshing is the expectations I thought for next season. I'm also glad that no one listens to me at times because title fight, I did say that. No, it's fair. Secure the spot in the top four, build on obviously the previous season. It is sensible and it should be the aim because I would love a title challenge. I'm not going to sit here and say, don't want one. Of course I do. Yeah, it'd be awesome. But I also remember we didn't walk ourselves to the top four last season. That was a proper
I
fight.
think, I think, I think the expectation from the board for Maresca and for this team should be Champions League qualification, but comfortable Champions League qualification, not going
Agreed.
to the last couple of games to secure it. Like, wrapped up by March, we're getting top four. Like, I think that would be fair. I hope though that the expectation, the aim, and the expectation in the group of players and from Maresca himself should be challenged for the league, because why not? Like, I think it's one of the main mistakes we did last year when we was in the top two and just before the Everton game had the chance, and where we had the chance to go top, was keep playing down. We're not title challengers. We're not title challengers. We're not title challengers. Why not? Yeah, I said that at the time. If you're up there, then you are. Until you're not. So
Yeah.
I don't know why. I hope if we're in a similar position this year, I hope Maresca doesn't do the let's play down expectations again, because no one expected Liverpool to win the league last year. Let's be honest. No one this time last year said, "Oh yeah, Liverpool will win the league under Arne Slot." No one said that. So who knows what's going to happen? And I think as a group of players, having had the experience of winning 2 trophies now, and seeing how much stronger the mentality seems in this group now, I don't know why the expectation in the group shouldn't be. We'll challenge for the league. Doesn't mean we're going to win it, but at least compete for it. I don't think our squad's a million miles away from Arsenal, and they compete for the league every year.
Yeah, you're right. I can't disagree. I'll just be very, I think as well, it's a very fair expectation because of the Club World Cup, because we don't know what that's going to do.
Of course,
there's less rest. We have no idea. It could be the best thing ever, and the players just, are ahead of everybody else in the league because we're still competitive. We don't know. We really don't know. Will be interesting. Oh, right then, folks, we're back. It's that time of the year, albeit a little later than usual because, we only went and become world champions. That's right. The Club World Cup might have delayed things, but we weren't about to skip the tradition. We have the return of our much-loved, overly judgmental and slightly unhinged series of Keep Settle Loan. It's the 25-26 edition, and we kick off with the foundations of any great team, the goalkeepers and the defenders. And of course, some names on this list will always divide opinion. Some just pure chaos they cause. Some wear the armband, some just wear out your patience. But the question is so simple. It's, are they staying? Are they going? Or are they being sent to Strasbourg on loan? That's it. So the goalkeepers, it's down to 4 because one of them's gone now. I couldn't use him. So Robert Sanchez is straight up, and You know what? I have got keep. I wouldn't have said this at the start of the Club World Cup. I really wouldn't have. I think he did more than enough to earn his trust as a solid, composed number one. I need less chaos. I need more calm. I need more Club World Cup final. And he's a Club World Cup Golden Glove winner. So, like I said, some people have said doesn't matter. I think it does, and I think you have to give him the chance next season. I don't know what you think.
I've also got keep, but I've got keep not as number one.
Okay, I
I
strongly
think he's
come on.
I think he's earned his place, the right to stay and fight to be number one. But we need to bring in a goalkeeper who we see as number one, but obviously Sanchez can compete with him. Not an obvious number two like we did with Jorgensen and the others. I just think, yes, I agree. I think Sanchez had a really good final. I think he had a pretty good Club World Cup, to be honest, overall. But over a 38 game Premier League season, he's going to cost you more points than he saves you. It's just a fact. He makes too many mistakes, and you can't have that. So I would keep him, but with the idea of him being our number two.
All right. Next up, we've got Philippe Jorgensen, sharp shot stopper for me, huge upside. Look, the competition between him and Sanchez is what you need, and he's of the attitude where he doesn't mind being number two because he knows he could become number one if things go south. And I think you do need that. You can't have, like, when we were so blessed when we had Cech and Courtois, that don't happen because goalkeepers do not like being back up. They don't. And both were top class. And that's why Cech left, because he couldn't play. He couldn't start.
Yep.
That's why he left. That's why I got keep. Yourself.
I've got Sal.
Wow. Okay.
And I've got Sal because obviously my plan would be to bring in another goalkeeper who's going to be number one.
Yeah.
And Jorgensen seems unwilling to go on loan. So I personally would like to send him on loan, but he doesn't seem to want to go. So it's either if he doesn't want to go on loan, I'd sell him. That would be the choices to him for me.
I can imagine you in a room with him going, right, I want to send you on loan. I don't want to go, boss. Fine, I'll sell you.
Yeah, that should be the options to him though.
Yeah.
For me personally, like if you don't want to go on loan, then I'll sell you then.
This one I think is a skippable one, but Mike Penn's I got loaned to Strasbourg because it's going to happen. So
yeah, loan definitely. Yeah.
Gaga Sladina, I have keep as third choice because it's perfectly fine maturing as third choice while watching players work ahead of you. And he went to Barnsley. He did all right, but that's not. I don't see as that taught him anything. I don't know what it taught him.
No, another really shit loan.
It was
another misused player going on loan, wasn't it?
Like it reminds me of Andre Santos to Forest. What did he learn? What did Ethan Ampadu learn when he went all on those loans? He learned how to get relegated. Why? Yeah. We don't need that. That's pointless.
Exactly.
Leslie Ugochukwu went on loan to get relegated. What did he learn? Fuck all. Yeah.
Billy Gilmore
went on loan. Did he get relegated? I can't remember. Where did he go?
Norwich.
Oh yeah, what an awful move. Oh, see, learned how to be shit. That's what you did. Right, defenders. This is easy. Straight away, an easy one. Got Kukurea. That's keep. Best left back in the world. Don't need to say anymore, do we? Yeah.
No, keep, lockdown.
Yeah.
Ignore all phone calls about him. Give him an 8-year contract starting from now.
Correct. Tosin, keep. I mean, he was smart. He was physical, composed. He was a free signing that felt like a daylight robbery. And he was probably our signing of the season last season.
I've got keep. I really like Tosin. I think he's... Depend on how long he stays for and obviously how much he plays. But
getting on a bit.
a similar... I think another 2-3 seasons, similar appearances to what he did last year.
Yeah.
I think he's got all the makings of going down as one of them sort of cult heroes.
Yeah. When we signed Thiago Silva, we thought we'd get one good season out of him. I know it's a very different comparison, but you got to hear me out on it. We had him and we thought he'd be all right for 1 year. And then suddenly you're like, well, he's 40. Can't let him go. No. So, sometimes the smartest signings and the best signings are ones you just don't expect. You really don't. Next up, Benoit Badiashile. I have loan because injury prone, inconsistent, but too much potential to give up on. And I think he just needs a bit of rhythm and some regular football.
Yeah, I'd agree with that actually. I do think he's still young enough to develop. I think a smart loan is the key. No newly promoted teams.
Please don't.
Basically, if it's not Crystal Palace, don't loan him to the Premier League. Um,
Oh, I could see him playing for Palace, actually.
yeah,
I could
everyone
see him
can.
in that defence. Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's not Palace though, loan him abroad somewhere. Don't really care where.
That's
Just
fair.
no newly promoted teams. Don't go to the Championship. Pointless. Go to a top 4, top 6 team abroad, or Crystal Palace.
Or Seattle Sounders. We're top 6. I could do that. We
Yeah,
need some
sure.
players.
Why not?
Levi Colwill, keep. I mean, he no brainer.
Yeah, keep.
This one's going to be interesting. Mamadou Sarr. I've got keep because I think keeping him around the first team lets him learn the Chelsea way. He ain't going to go back on loan to Strasbourg. I've got nothing else to add there.
Yeah. Again, I think with how sort of unsuccessful our loaning of young players has been, I would rather keep him and just, yes, he might get limited minutes this year, but at least he's going to be around the first team. He's going to be learning how Maresca wants to play, what his expectations are, all of that stuff. So yeah, I'd keep him. I would.
I like that. Now, this player has been sold. He's going to be sold. He's going to be definitely sold. We've got Trevor Chalobah. Now, I've gone keep because he is the ultimate squad soldier. He's versatile. He's reliable. He's homegrown. He's Chelsea through and through. And he came back from Palace. He got man of the match in that first game back. And he was absolutely incredible in the Club World Cup. I think it'd be absolutely... You can tell how good he is because he's changed the minds of our owners. Because they've even put that he's no longer up for sale anymore. If a silly offer comes in, we'll consider it. But he's not actively being floated to be sold. And I think that says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's a keep for me. I think he's one of our most underrated players.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, I love that as I smack my microphone. I love that he's done. What did you said it episodes and episodes ago? How many managers is it now he's changed the minds of?
Oh, I know.
Mad.
You can't be a bad player if that many managers keep wanting you.
Yeah, and they go, you know what? Messed up here. He's all right.
Yeah,
fair play.
I think he's brilliant, Chalobah, and I think people forget that he's still young. He's still learning. Yeah. I don't think centre backs especially hit their real peak until late 20s when they've got that better game understanding. They read the game better. Young defenders tend to be quite rash, which he can be at times. But honestly, I can't remember last time he had a really bad game, and that's all you want really from a defender, someone who's consistently good.
Well, you know what? I'm trying to think. He has proven so many managers and, to be fair, pundits wrong.
Yeah.
And we're lucky we've got him. We are lucky. I'm looking for a sound drop right now and I can't do it, which is really annoying me because it's a bloody good one for the next player. I'm going to quickly look at my... Oh, I found it. Look at that. Found it.
Yes.
So, a man that was in the Last Chance Saloon last season, he's no longer in it. Reece James, keep. Yes, you got out of the Last Chance Saloon. Well done, mate. When you're fit, you are world class. When you're injured, it's heartbreaking. And after the injuries of the previous season and then the red card that he picked up that ruled him out for so long, you were in there. But you know what? You had issues throughout the season with injury, but not that dramatic. And you have shown in the Club World Cup you can play a lot of games consistent. I know he missed one. However, I think he's got himself out that Last Chance Saloon now.
I agree. He's 100% keep for me, but not as a midfielder.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that because, but the next player we're going to say about, we'll move them in. Malo Gusto, I've got keep. He was arguably a player who went from being sold to being key at the Club World Cup final performance. I don't think we should be stupid. We should keep him. I know what you're going to say. I think Reece James in midfield and having Gusto on the overlap, it works against PSG. It doesn't work for everyone, I know. I think you have to keep it because you can't rely on Lavia. You can't rely on him anymore.
No, but
Not like you
we
could
don't
before.
we don't need Reece James in midfield though. With Asugu, Andre Santos, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, I don't need to see him in there. For me, he's fifth choice. I'd put him ahead of Lavia because Lavia's never fit. So it's a redundant competition really. But he's fifth choice for me in midfield. Gusto's a keep for me though. I think Malo Gusto, if you allow him to play as a right back, he's got the potential to be one of the best right backs in the world. And I think if we sold him within a year, everyone would be saying how much of a mistake it was.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree. No, I wouldn't disagree at all with that. I think that's pretty spot on. I hope we don't sell him because I do rate him and I do like him. We don't
Yeah,
always
and
get what
again,
we
he's
want.
you look at the level he's at now, and he's what, 21?
Yeah, I think so.
So imagine how good he's going to be at 23, 25, 26. Like he's genuinely got world class potential. The only thing is now, like he does fall asleep defensively at times, especially if there's
Yeah.
runners at the back post. But that's something that will iron out with age.
Mm.
Everything else that you'd want in a modern day right back, he has got.
Yeah. We move to Wesley Fofana. I have got Celtic NHS. He's an incredible talent. He is. His knees are made of crisps. They're so screwed now. At this point, you're funding for his healthcare, which I'm so gutted because he was so good at Leicester, and then we signed him, and we're like, this guy can be our rock for years. And when he plays, we saw he is amazing. But he was in my last chance saloon last year, and I've got to call the bar tab. I've got to, because if I don't, that entire segment that we do, and we will do it again this year, is fucking pointless if I don't back myself. I've got to say sell because I don't know who buys him. No one's going to be silly enough to buy a player for a big fee on big wages who's injury prone. Manchester United might, but realistically, I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. I'm cashing my chips in. I don't know what you think.
Well, he was in the last chance saloon for me as well. And if I was in charge of the last chance saloon, I would have turned the lights out and locked the doors and forgot that he was still there. He'd have just been sat in the corner in the dark because I completely forgot he existed. Um, he's a sell for me. Waste of time. Good player when he plays, but never plays. So he's not a good player because he's never on the pitch.
And he's on
Um,
huge money.
yeah, cut our losses. Oh, do you know what? I'd sell him for anything.
Yeah.
I know it's a massive loss, but if someone offered me 15 million, I'd snap their hand off.
Wow. But you know what you're getting. That's the thing. You think that's cheap. That's too cheap. Yeah, because you know when he plays, he's amazing. When he doesn't, which is often,
Yeah.
yeah. Aaron Anselmino. I've got keep
So
because wow. I'll be honest. I'm sick of speed dating defenders now, and I was just like keep him to replace Axel Disasi. It's kind of why I kept him.
I've got sell because I don't know why we signed him.
Pure profit. I don't know. I think we signed him because he was an upcoming defender.
Yeah, but then we've never played him.
Didn't he go
So
on loan to? Where did he go on loan? Did he stay? I don't know what he did last. What
no,
did
he
he
stayed
do?
around, didn't he?
I
Pretty
don't
sure
know.
he stayed around. And like I've never seen him.
I
I
no, I
couldn't.
don't.
Do you know what? I could stand behind him in a queue, and I don't think I'd recognise him. That's how
Oh,
little we've seen of him.
oh, he went to Boca Juniors on loan. I don't remember that. What the hell? I have
So,
no memory of this.
unless,
Fuck.
yeah, the options. I mean, I would just sell him. Because clearly we haven't really seen anything in him to give him any sort of game time.
Mm.
Even at this Club World Cup, he got
He-
no minutes at all.
yeah, he played against
So,
Benfica.
did he?
Yes, he did. Weren't a lot of minutes. It was
No,
literally the final
about two.
minutes, but he played.
Yeah,
It
brilliant.
counts. Yeah.
Yeah, either loan him, back to Boca Juniors and just see what happens. But he's another one. He'll never be a Chelsea first team player.
Probably not. Josh Champon, keep. I mean, versatile, quick, promising. We've got to nurture this academy talent because he's not loan him out. Don't do that. I think we probably will loan him, but I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. I'd keep. He would be the replacement for Fofana. For me. I'd give him those minutes that Fofana, all 6 of
Definitely
them that Fofana would have gave us this season. I'd give them to Josh. I think do you know what? He's another one where when he has played, he looks ready to play in the first team.
Next player.
I don't think we should loan players like that out because he's already at a standard to compete in this Chelsea squad. So I don't need to loan him out. He's already at the standard I need.
One of the final players on big money, Ben Chilwell. I got sell. It's been played by injury. He's been loved for a time, and rightly so because he was amazing. But with the money he's on and how the club is now, it's just time to say goodbye. I'll be so sad because he's an FA Cup winner now, and he deserves that. I'll be sad. I will be sad because when we signed him to imagine that alternative universe, that alternative reality where we had Chilwell on the left, Reece James on the right. Oh, what could have been?
Yeah. Do you know what? I really wanted to say keep, especially considering we don't have any other left backs.
That's true.
But for that to happen, he had to go to Palace and have a really good loan, and he didn't. So I would sell. I never understood the hate he got. To be honest, I think he's been an incredible servant, and I think he was unbelievably professional when he was froze out of the first team. And I really like Ben Chilwell, but it is just time to get those wages off the books.
Can you believe that he's been at us
rid.
for 5 years? He's been with us.
It's a long time.
That's mad.
Especially for a Chelsea player now.
Yeah. Next up, Axel Disasi. I got Sell. He had some fun moments, No, I can't do it. I said keep him for the Conference League. I did say that, and then sell in the summer. I am backing my comment. I can't say keep.
Yeah.
No. Even at Villa, he didn't. No.
No, do you know what, though? He was okay at Villa. I think he showed at Villa that he is a good sort of squad defender to have in a better structured system and a more settled team. I think you've seen a better version of him, but still not enough for me to think, oh my God, we really need him back. I would sell because this is all assuming that we are going to make a signing in the defensive area somewhere.
You'd assume so. 2 left. I've got Alfie Gilchrist. I've got loan. It won't happen. He'll be sold. But I think just loan him to somewhere decent. Don't loan him to a club that are not going to play him. They literally went, because Alfie Gilchrist, Sheffield United, we were all like, this is a good move. And then they decided to freeze him out because they'd already signed all the loan players in their quota in January and went, we'll play these instead. And it's like, oh, cheers.
Yeah, I've got Sal, which I am sad about, but I think loaning him out is just kicking the can further down the road, to be honest. I think the only reason you'd loan him out is to increase his value if he had a good loan spell, because he's probably never going to play centre-back in the Premier League. When you look at his sort of size and stature, I just don't see him as a centre-back in the Premier League. And we've got Reece James and Malo Gusto who play right-back. Reece James is the captain, so let's say he's first choice, and Malo Gusto's 21. So he's not that much older than Gilchrist. So I just don't see a pathway for him into being a first teamer. Okay. So I wouldn't be against loaning him out for a year to see if he can have a good loan and get his value up, but I wouldn't be against selling him either.
And finally, I've got Renato Vega. I've got sell because he hasn't really shown enough in any role to justify staying, and that's not actually the reason I'm selling him. I'm selling him because he doesn't want to be here. If he's not 100% committed, you might as well be 0%. Might as well recoup funds and clear the log jam of defenders because he doesn't want to be here.
Yeah, I agree. Really strange situation, I think, with Vega. Like, it's really strange, I think, for a player as inexperienced as he is at real elite level, to be so picky about what position he plays. I don't want to play left back. I want to play centre back. I want to play centre back and centre back only. Well, you can't. And, do as you're told, mate. Like, that's what you paid for. I can understand if you think it's harming your career, but, I mean, basically, you're a nobody. So it's not harming your career anyway, is it? Because no one's paying attention. Because no one cares. So, really weird. I think his attitude's been a bit weird. So he's another. He'd be one to just get rid of out of the squad. I think he'd do more harm than good being here.
Yeah, I think all fair comments today. Midfielders are up next. That's Monday. So of course we go straight to Quaresma's questions. It's the off season now, listener. It's the off season. So let's have a look. What have we got? Who is the most? Oh, that's not quite a. Yeah, why not? I'll play it.
What's more likely?
Never say never, but never.
Vic has said, we sign a new goalkeeper first or sign a backup left back first? Left back.
Got to be a left back.
It has to be based on everything being pushed out. And again, we don't need a goalkeeper as much as we need a backup left. We really need. We have no left back. Cucurella is it. You can't do that. Yeah. It don't work.
No, we really need a backup left back because if anything happens to Cucurella, we are fucked.
We're screwed. We are absolutely buggered. McClelland has done another one. Which is most likely next trophy? What is the most likely next trophy? Oh, I'd say it's got to be a domestic cup.
League Cup.
That's if we take it seriously. No clubs ever do until you're in the semis.
Yeah, I think over the past few years, though, we've sort of flirted with winning the League Cup.
Well, we got knocked out by City in the third round.
Yeah, last year we did, yeah. But the year before was in the final. So
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, so I think the League Cup's the one where if the draw's favourable, it's the easiest final to get to. If you get a favourable draw, I thought, we was a bit unlucky with getting drawing City in round 3 was a bit of a joke, to be honest. But I think with a favourable draw, it's one of the easiest cup finals to get to because, like you said, other big teams don't take it overly seriously. And I think we've got good depth that we can rotate and still put out a really strong team.
Yeah. BN Taylor. Now, this one's technically cheating because you're going to find this out next Friday, but keep or sell Jackson. Should we leave that for next Friday?
Yeah,
that's a big question. I do notice as well one thing, it just literally popped up in my little notifications, how only a select few, and I don't know if they're taking the piss out of me, genuinely thought that AI image that was generated of my idea of the new stadium being built as a floating stadium in the middle of the Thames or the English Channel. So people are like, is he taking the piss? How can this? Right. First of all, the more I look at the AI generated image, I absolutely love it and really want a floating stadium on the Thames. I don't know how it would work logistically. I don't care. Hey, we need space. There's a lot of space on the Thames.
There is a lot of space on the Thames.
Oh, my word. I would love to know what's going to happen. I have no idea with this stadium because we're clearly not going to be able to rebuild on Stamford Bridge. That seems to be. But then where'd you build? You've got no choice. You have to. Earl's Court is tough, literally the option. I don't see where else you're building it unless it's a floating stadium on the Thames, which the more I speak about it, the more I think that might actually happen.
Yeah, we've been really screwed by the fact that we can't build out because of what's
London.
Around it.
It's London. That is London. It's prime real estate.
You can't really build up, and we can't even do what Atletico did and build down because the tube runs underneath. So we've been really screwed there. I don't know what we're gonna do.
If people wonder outside of the UK how much stuff is in London, I remember having a quick Google at houses and I found a parking space. That's a parking space for £55,000 to purchase. And that is about $73,000. So there you go.
Wow.
That's all you need to know about the cost of land in London.
Yeah,
that's a parking space. Yes. Oh, you know what? We will wrap up today's show with an end of show game. It's a very rare Thursday edition of Guess the Player by Their Career Path because Lone Army, there's only one, so it's not fair. So the theme, though, is the 2025 Club World Cup Superior Players. So every player today was awarded the Superior Player of the Match at some point during this tournament. So it's not the hardest. It's not the hardest. So
He says first club, Botafogo.
First club started their career at Sevilla Atletico before moving to Sevilla.
Okay.
Before moving to Real Madrid. Ooh.
Go on.
I thought that would.
I think I might know. I might know who it is.
They then moved to PSG.
Sergio Ramos.
It is indeed. I don't know which game he got it in. He got it in for Monterrey, but I don't know which game it was. Next up. They started their career at Real Madrid B. So you know where they're moving? They moved to Real Madrid before going on loan to Borussia Dortmund.
Ooh, okay.
They then moved permanently to Inter Milan.
Fucking hell, okay.
And they moved permanently to their final club, PSG.
Real Madrid, Dortmund, Inter, PSG.
Did play in the final. Did play in the final.
Did play in the final.
He did.
Madrid,
I should Google that. I think he did. Yeah, he definitely did. There's no one else who could play that position. He better have. Yeah, he did. Oh, gosh, he had a 5.3. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That's
good
not
game,
good.
man.
Yeah, that's not good. Jeez, did he have the lowest rating out of all the players? He did as well. Oh, dear.
Is it Hakimi?
It is indeed. Now, the final player started their career at Laval B before moving to Laval. They then moved to Lille before going to Lille B.
They've done that the wrong way around, Michael.
Yeah, it's very weird. They then moved to Auxerre on loan before moving permanently to FC Clon 2. They then moved to FC Clon before going on loan to Amiens before moving permanently to Amiens. They then moved to Rennes, went on loan to Stuttgart, moved permanently to Stuttgart, and now at their most recent club, Borussia Dortmund. I think he was top scorer at the tournament as well. I think he was.
Girassi.
Yes. Yeah, he was joint top scorer with Marcus Leonardo, Angel Di Maria. I'm sorry, Di Maria got 4 penalties. That don't count. I'm not having that.
What a weird career path he's had, by the way.
He's had a really, really unique career. He's 29. Yeah, okay. I was thinking he was a bit younger than that. No,
yeah, he's one of those late bloomers, isn't he? Like he was a bang average player for most of his career and then suddenly just exploded late on.
Yeah, we were linked with him as well at one point, but we're always linked with players.
Yeah, of course we are.
That's our job. That's what we do. We collect players and sell them for profit. Listeners, we're in another episode. Thank you as always for tuning in. Before we go, don't forget we're proudly partnered with Head in the Game, the mental health charity using football, support wellbeing and community. Check them out at headinthegame.co.uk and treat yourself well. We'll be back on Monday with our midfielders edition of Keep, Sell or Loan. So until next time, that'll be us signing off. You've been listening to At The Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram by searching for At The Bridge Pod. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, leaving us a review is always appreciated.